Train Your Caterpillar, a spiritual life coaching channel. You are very, very welcome here. Thank you so much for checking out the video and the channel. I appreciate it very much. So this video is going to be about the higher heart chakra, otherwise known as the Thymus chakra, which I know I said I was going to do this like a month ago, super flaky, but here we are, finally made it. So before we get into it, I just want to say again, thank you for checking out the video. You know, I appreciate it. Hopefully you'll find something in it that you can use and you'll enjoy it, and if that's the case and you feel called to like and subscribe for me, you know, I'd appreciate that very much. So you know, I'm going to jump off, like jumping off point in this video is to assume that you already know about the other 7 chakras, okay? So obviously we have more than 7 chakras, but you know, when people talk about the chakra system, they're talking about the 7 main ones, and I'm going to put up a picture here. So you have the root chakra, which is red, the sacral chakra, which is orange, solar plexus is yellow, and then usually in your heart space people just talk about the 1 chakra being green. Then you have the throat chakra, which is blue, third eye, which is like an indigo color, and the crown chakra, which is like white or kind of violet, it resonates with. And I feel like on this picture, I feel like I noticed this the other day, they might have the third eye being more like blue. Just ignore that, okay? Just ignore that because it's confusing. Just go with like an indigo color for the third eye, okay? The thing is, there's actually 2 chakras in the heart space, okay? There's the lower heart chakra, and then I'm going to put up a picture here. Above that is the higher heart chakra, which is pink. So you have green, pink, blue. So this higher heart chakra is nestled snugly in between the lower heart chakra and the throat chakra. And the color resonates with pink, like I said. It is also known as the Thymus chakra because it is in the location of the thymus gland here, so that's its namesake. You may hear it referred to as the 8th chakra because they go 1 to 7, 8. Sometimes people just skip it all together and then they start talking about the 8th one being like, you know, the ones above your head, above the crown chakra. It doesn't really matter, you know. But this chakra is related to a few different things, okay? It's related to your life's purpose on this planet, inner child healing, romantic love. It's related to subconscious and the dream states. This chakra, the higher heart chakra, resonates with pure, unconditional love and joy, okay? And you might be thinking, well, the heart chakra does that, like what's the difference between the 2? So it's kind of nuanced, but when I start talking about it, it sort of becomes clear, okay? So the lower heart chakra deals with like more human love, okay? Which is kind of always caught up with like, you know, grief and sadness and blah, 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 okay? Once you get to the higher heart chakra, this deals with pure, divine, unconditional love and joy. That's the difference between the 2, okay? So you can think of it that way, like lower heart chakra, human love, higher heart chakra, divine love, okay? So this chakra, you can think of it as the key. When the chakra is open and balanced, it's like the key to higher consciousness, like whatever you want to call that, okay? It has a lot of different names: higher consciousness, the Christ consciousness, through the veil, you know, the higher dimensions, the other side. I like to call it the light dimension. Think of it as a doorway to the higher dimensions, okay? Therefore, all the information contained within the Akashic records is through this chakra, okay? So the Akashic records are all of the information, okay? Because we're very limited in what we are able to kind of, we're just very limited as humans in our understanding of things. But once you cross over, once you get to the other side, as it were, like all the information is just there because we are all one. So everything is made of the same stuff. So once you're past these like human limitations of thinking yourself as like a singular person, like once you get to this space of unconditional love and you start to think of yourself as one with everything else, once you get to this other side, you're just one with all this knowledge, okay? And the knowledge is not linear, it's kind of just all contained together. So it's like, you can think of the Akashic records, it's like not only knowledge of this world, it's knowledge of like all the other planets and all the other universes out there, okay? And not just all the universes, but like different dimensions, like, you know. So for example, it contains information not just about who you came to be in this world, but you know, the other versions of you that will exist should you choose other options, okay? Like versions of you in different dimensions, okay? But to simplify, you know, the Akashic records, like the information contained within the higher heart chakra contains like it's the real you, okay? Once you get, it's kind of almost like going back through the veil, you know, because when we get to Earth, like we forget who we really are, but once you start to access this information through the chakra, you remember who you are, like why you came to this planet, what your life purpose here was, what your function was, like what you decided you wanted to do, like your soul contract. So that's why the chakra is associated with your life's purpose, because you start to remember why you came here and what your purpose was. It also contains who you were in past lives, so it contains all the kind of information of like the skills that you've acquired in past lives, which we often bring into this life. So if you're looking for your life's purpose, I highly recommend working with this chakra, okay? It is also the space, this chakra, like once you go through the door, okay, I'm going to keep using this metaphor, this is where the higher beings live, okay? So it's like, you can think of it like, you know, your higher self, your spirit guides, your angels, past versions of you, your future self. This is where they all live, okay? So you start to access all the information that they have, okay? So this chakra is also associated with the inner child, okay? This chakra is known to be very open in children, as is the thymus gland. The thymus gland is known to be very active in children, and then when we get older it starts to shrink. Incidentally, it also, or I should say interestingly, the thymus gland is also known to shrink when we are unhappy and stressed out, and to get bigger when we are you know, happy and joyful. So this chakra is not only associated with the light dimension, higher dimensions, your higher self, unconditional love, the divine, it's associated with joy, you know, which is why children have that joy, you know. I mean, I know they obviously they have their moments, but you know, there's, you know, that's why like very little kids, they have that kind of just pure energy and joy, you know, because the chakra is like very open in them, they're very connected to the divine still, you know. So if you're looking to do some inner child healing, this is also an excellent chakra to work with. What I would say is, not a warning, but just be aware that working with this chakra can unlock trauma, okay? So it can unlock trauma from like past lives, it can unlock trauma from childhood. So it's not a warning, like it's not dangerous, but you may just want to, you know, do it gradually, right? You know, if you're kind of new to like shadow work and like chakra work and all this kind of stuff, then you know, do it gradually, you know, because yes, the trauma is there to be processed, but not necessarily all at once, which would be overwhelming for you, not only for your psyche, but for your body as well, like your human vessel, okay? Which is, you know, why we don't do shadow work all at once. We're giving it in dribs and drabs, because otherwise it's too overwhelming, you know? This chakra is obviously, you hear my voice going there, the spirit wants to be like, talk about the throat chakra. So obviously, you know, it's very connected to the throat chakra, right? So the more that this higher heart chakra is open and balanced, the more that you are able to express what is in your heart, which is incidentally, because it's very open in children, this is why children just say whatever the fuck they want. You know, they're just like, yeah, big bogey hanging out your nose, or like, when I grow up I'm gonna be a dinosaur, you know, or I did the biggest poop today, like, oh, that's great. Because they haven't learned to shut this down yet. You know, they haven't had that experience, or they haven't had enough experiences of you know, other humans telling them that what they have to say is invalid. Can you hear my throat going? You know, so the more that you work with this chakra, the more that you balance it, the more that you'll probably find that you're much more able to express your feelings, have boundaries with people, express joy that's in your heart, you know, like the inner child comes out, all this kind of stuff. So it's a very important chakra, you know. It is also associated with the dream state, because it is associated with like the subconscious, which is, you know, the other realm, right? So it's associated with the dream state. So obviously the color for the chakra, like I said, is pink. So if you were looking, you know, just for shits and giggles to maybe do some like lucid dreaming or dream walking, you can work with pink crystals to help you do that, okay? Lucid dreaming is when you become aware of what's going on in the dream, so you can kind of manipulate it, you know. Also, just, you know, if you're prone to insomnia and you're prone to like nightmares and things like this, sleeping with some like rose quartz, for example, which is a pink crystal, like under your pillow, can be very soothing for you. And also, if you are looking to kind of get more out of your dreams, like if you feel like you're having prophetic dreams, or there's a lot of meaning in your dreams but you're not remembering it, or you're not understanding it properly, working with like, not even working with, like just sleeping with a pink crystal under your pillow can really help with that. It can help you, you know, decipher your dreams and like remember them and all that stuff. So this chakra is also related to romantic love. Bringing in like your soulmate, bringing in your soul tribe. It's also like related to, see, it's not just unconditional love for other people, it's unconditional love for yourself, right? Because once that starts to happen, this unconditional love and understanding for yourself, it's then you're able to give it to other people. But it kind of needs to come from you first, you know. That's just kind of how it works. So that's why you'll often hear, you know, people recommend pink crystals for self-love, because it's actually to balance and open this higher heart chakra. So if you're, you know, if you're looking to have more like love for yourself, more unconditional love for yourself, then carrying a pink crystal is very good for this chakra, or, you know, just working with this chakra in general. But like I said, it's also associated with romantic love, which is why people will often say like, oh, if you want to attract love, you should carry a pink crystal. So how to open this chakra? You will find that the more shadow work that you do, like the further you get along your spiritual path, this chakra will open and balance itself naturally. The reason for that being, I'm going to put up something here called the Hawkins scale of consciousness, and for people that haven't seen this before, what this is, basically this guy, David Hawkins, who is no longer with us, he's kind of ranked, you know, the vibrations of human emotions, okay? So as you can see, there's like lower ones and there's higher ones. So the higher ones are like peace, you know, unconditional love, joy, which is obviously where we're trying to get to. Because when we get to that place of unconditional love, that's the 5D that we're trying to get to, right? Because the 5D is not a destination, it's a mindset, you know. So, you know, the lower emotions are obviously like fear, shame, guilt, anger. So the more shadow work that you do, the more you're releasing these negative emotions. Because you're sort of delving into your past and you're figuring out why they're there so that you can release them, right? You're like, well, I don't need to carry around this chronic guilt with me all the time. That can go. Anger is usually related to, you know, if you find that you're angry a lot, it's usually related to like sadness or fear that has not been properly dealt with, you know, or that you're not currently dealing with, this kind of thing. So the more that we release these emotions like that, the more we're getting to this unconditional love, which unlocks this chakra, you know. So the more that you do your shadow work, the more that you're going to naturally, you know, unlock and balance the chakra anyway. But like I said, this chakra resonates with the color pink. So like any other chakra, you can work with its color. So you can wear pink, you can use pink crystals, you can surround yourself with pink. I don't know that there's that much pink food. To be honest, you would have to research that. This chakra is particularly sensitive to sound. Now, I always talk about sound healing in my videos because I'm like lazy and sound healing is easy, and I just really like it. I think it's very efficient and it's very clean. I like it, and it's, you know, it's free. It's mostly free, so everybody can use it, right? You're probably going to struggle, and you know, there's a few higher heart chakra frequencies available on YouTube, but you're probably going to struggle to find a lot because, like I said, for some reason it's just, people just don't talk about this chakra. But you know, you can use the ones that you find to help you unlock this. But this chakra is particularly sensitive to sound. Think things that make you happy, right? Think inner child stuff will help to unlock the chakra because it's associated with joy, you know. I think that was everything I wanted to say. If I do remember anything else I've forgotten about this, I will put it in the description box, but hopefully you found something in this video that you can use. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me if you feel like doing that. I would appreciate it very much. And as always, I wish you many, many blessings, love and light. Take care.